Hello and welcome back to Who Ordered Coffee. Today it's me, Hene, your host. There wasn't exactly game segment. Oh, there was a game segment last episode, but there wasn't exactly much competition since it was just Jonathan and I hanging out. We had very intelligent conversations about the
most important things.
Yeah, yes. Very important. But today, sadly, no Lord of the Rings. Today we are inviting our very first guest into season 2, Saskia. Would you like to say hello?
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the show. It's so great to have you
Welcome to the show.
I hope you found it okay. I know that the instructions to get here were really confusing. So, Saskia, would you like to introduce... Well, we already know you, but someone in the audience may not know you.
Who's Saskia? I've never met this Saskia person.
Yes, Saskia, would you like to just tell us a little bit?
I totally didn't go to primary school with her and forgot about it for years.
So, Saskia, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, I'm Saskia. I play the clarinet, and I have 2 crazy dogs, and I probably own too many books, but I keep buying them. Yeah.
Awesome. I really thought you were going to say 200.
I probably have over 200 books, honestly.
Easily.
Yeah, I have so many books.
Are you saying, Saskia, that some potential birthday presents are more books?
If you're listening and you have books lying around or potentially want to buy books and you're wondering who to give them to, as if that's ever going to be a situation, but you've heard it here. Saskia needs more books, evidently.
Absolutely. She
needs
definitely
more
has
books,
all the room in the world.
Yeah.
If you have any book suggestions, why don't you send us a message or a DM on Who Ordered Coffee, because we would absolutely love to hear them. I just thought I'd go ahead and talk about TV shows. So we are sticking with fiction to some degree, but we're going over to TV shows. So I know from knowing you guys that we are all binge watchers.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never binge watched anything.
We don't. We all don't own a lot of TV programs online. We don't waste hours, days, weeks watching one show. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'll get the ball rolling. Let's start with our guest, Saskia. I know you have a few, so I'm going to stick to 2. Favorite TV shows?
Oh my God.
2.
2?
Yep. Oh, if I'm being generous.
Only 2?
Fine. I'll be generous.
Why don't you go with the top 5?
Top 5.
Why don't we do a bit of a bracket? You pick the top 5, and then we have to whittle it down.
Oh my God! What? I'm so confused. Are we picking 5 or 2?
No. Okay. Please pick 5 of your favorite TV shows and do share them with us. So, what are their titles, and maybe a little bit about just some of them, just in case we don't know what they are.
Oh my God! Okay.
Should we come back to Saskia? Saskia, do you need a moment to think about it? We can always come back to you.
I've watched so many TV shows I need to...
She's like, brain overload. She's like, too many options.
I feel like I should have all of these down, but like my brain is not working ever.
Okay. Well, I can hop in if that's needed.
Hop away, Jonathan. I'll allow it.
Sure.
Sorry, Saskia.
Hop away. I shall hop away.
Go for it. What's your 5 favorite TV shows, Jonathan?
I do keep a running list of shows that I have watched.
Ooh.
And I can do that because I haven't actually watched that many shows. Because if it was the case
like
that I'd watched a whole bunch of shows, yeah, exactly. I don't think I'd be able to keep track of it all. I have watched a lot more movies, so that's a lot harder to keep track of. But TV shows, not that much. So I do actually have a running list. So if we were to do top 5...
Yeah.
So in no particular order, this is just 5 shows that I would pick from this list.
No worries. Yeah.
I would probably include Stranger Things somewhere in that batch, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, nice.
Parks and Rec, Mandalorian, probably, yeah. And I anticipate, yeah, pretty much. And probably, last one. I've got to include Avatar, just the Avatar Last Airbender. Yeah, that's my top 5 shows. Hopefully I won't need to explain any of those. I'm assuming people know what they are. Yeah.
No.
They're fairly well known, I think.
I'm assuming. Like, they're pretty popular ones.
Yeah,
So I'm going to assume. Sorry, audience, if you don't know any of these, go look them up. I highly recommend all of them, honestly.
Just go look them up.
Saskia, so have you had some time to think about your list? I know it's hard.
It's so hard. Okay, so I'd say at the moment, probably Jane the Virgin, always. Never Have I Ever.
Yep.
Bridgerton, Heartstopper, and I'm going to say Schitt's Creek.
Ah.
I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. I haven't heard 3 on that list.
Which 3?
I've heard of Jane the Virgin, obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, obviously only, but to you guys it's obvious because we talked about this before the show. And I've heard of Schitt's Creek. I've never watched that. But the other 3, I've never even heard of.
Really? Oh my god. I've seen Never Have I Ever like too many times. And I'll probably rewatch it when season 3 comes out later in the year. Heartstopper just came out.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago or something. I have seen it 4 times. It's about LGBTQIA plus relationships and their teens. Okay. It's really cute. It's adorable. It's just so sweet. I don't know. Go watch it.
I was nodding. I was like, yes. People will definitely see that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was nodding. I was like, yes, nodding.
Yeah, I want you all to nod when you agree so we can all hear it.
Nod.
I love that idea.
What else did I say?
Bridgerton, I think. Did you say that?
Bridgerton! How have you not heard of Bridgerton? It's like super popular at the moment. It's kind of a period drama. I mean, it's a period drama, but it's like...
It is. It's not kind
not
of.
Not super accurate is what I meant.
Okay. You mean like costume-wise? Is it like a...
I meant like
no, costume-wise, I think
in general, but it's also a Shonda Rhimes show, so it's amazing. She did Grey's Anatomy and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Grey's Anatomy I have heard of.
Yeah. That one didn't make it to the list. It possibly should have. I have seen up to the latest season. I haven't watched the latest one, the like 17 or 18 other seasons.
Wait, so how many seasons are there of Grey's Anatomy now?
Oh my
There's
goodness,
like 18 or 19. I don't know.
How about
Something
that?
ridiculous.
Damn.
How can the show go on for like 18 plus seasons?
Because Shonda Rhimes is running it. I don't know, because it's a soap opera and they just do the same stuff over and over again. And it's still amazing.
Meanwhile, Doctor Who is 60 plus years.
But they're so good. And Bridgerton has instrumental covers of pop songs.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is.
I've heard a few of them, I think. They're really
pretty good
to listen to. They do a really good job on it.
I was a bit obsessed with one from season 2. I listened to it on repeat for a while.
Oh, what's the name of this track?
What About Us? It's like
About Us?
A string cover of the pop song.
How about that?
Yeah.
Is it What About Us and What About Everything We've Been Through and What About Trust? Is it that one?
Maybe.
No, never mind. I don't know. That I only heard it from TikTok.
If you've only been listening to the string cover, you probably won't hear the lyrics as much.
I think it's the Pink song or something.
Okay, never mind. That's true.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Yeah. Definitely have to throw this one in the show notes.
Yeah, send it to me as well.
I have to find out what this is all about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Hanae.
Oh, right. Sorry.
What is your shows? Yeah, what is your list
I'm
of
a
shows?
host, and I was like, yeah, I don't need to answer. I have seen half of The Office, but I had to take a break, so now I don't know where I'm up to. What else have I watched? Oh, Good Place.
Good Place.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Are you just down listing shows you've watched, or is this in top 5?
I know what's in your top 5.
Oh, I want to hear what Saskia thinks Hanae's top 5 is.
Yeah, go for it. I want to hear.
Derry Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Derry Girls.
Hanae has mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, Saskia's right. Derry Girls goes in that top list.
See, I'm psychic.
So does Parks and Rec, because I actually go back to watch that. I really enjoyed Parks and Rec. It's actually a show I started rewatching again.
Parks and Rec is a good show. Leslie Knope's sort of can-do attitude and just like not taking no for answer. Like that's a very infectious level of positivity. It's like it's very comforting.
I love that positivity.
To watch her, like you watch someone who just can't stop. They just keep going, and they keep powering for their goals, and they're very humanitarian kind of goals. It's weirdly inspiring. Because it's a comedy, like
and it even shows like her character when she fails, how she comes back from that. I'm like,
yes,
yeah, this is great. Also, I love her and Ron's friendship.
Yes,
I think that's the best because they're such polar opposites.
Exactly,
like, but they're such good friends to each other. I'm just like, this makes everything worth it.
Their friendship shouldn't make sense, but somehow it does.
Right? I love it though. It's great. Okay. Hey guys.
Hello.
What are you currently drinking?
Oh, early.
It is the question. Yeah, we're doing it early. I told you it was going to be a chaotic evening. Saskia, you are our guest. Be our guest, if you will, please. Would you be kind enough to go first?
Sure. Well, I
sound more enthusiastic, or I'll take a point off.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hannah. That was just the regular sure.
Sure.
Well, I was drinking a chamomile tea with honey in it.
Ooh.
But I finished that. Yeah,
On
because
who
it's
ordered
too late for coffee.
No, it's fine. I respect
After
that
about
answer.
5, it's too late for coffee.
That's funny. I haven't heard that before. But you get a point for the awesome chamomile tea with honey. It sounds lovely. And I know that you're drinking water, so you'll get another point for hydration.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hydration's the key, guys.
Stay hydrated.
Hey, Jonathan, what are you currently drinking?
What
if
am I
anything?
currently drinking?
Or
Yeah.
would you
If
like to hear
anything.
what you have drunk? Just keep in mind, listeners, it's almost 9 p.m.
This is true. Yeah, I actually had a cup of orange juice this evening. Yes, so if you've been keeping track, I mean, I haven't been keeping track, but I've at this point, like, I've probably had less coffee than any other beverage on a show called Who Ordered Coffee. But yes, I had orange juice tonight because it is the evening, so I'm not about to drink coffee at this time of evening, this time of night. Also, I've been cutting back on caffeine. I don't know if I left this in.
You get a point for the orange juice.
Orange juice, thank you.
Orange juice is good.
Juice is good, yeah. Don't diss on
Right?
orange juice.
Who ordered orange juice? That's our next
Welcome
segment,
to the
guys.
new show. Welcome to the new sub show. Who ordered orange juice? I did.
Yeah,
you guys,
but
I ordered
Elliot
orange
will have to be a part of
juice.
this later because Elliot has also had orange juice on the show. Oh, I'm the only one who hasn't. Aw. Darn. I'm disappointed
Next
in
week.
myself. But do
Next week.
continue with your
Make it happen.
coffee segment, Jonathan.
My coffee segment, yeah. I've been trying to cut back on caffeine and a variety of things just because there's a couple of mild health things. I'm just thinking like, caffeine could be one of those things that isn't so great. So I've just been on hiatus for the time being. That said, I did have a coffee last week because I was hosting. I was like, you know what? If I got to risk my life for something, it's going to be for the show. So, so there you go.
You know what? You get another point for the dedication.
Yes. And Hanae, what are you drinking this evening?
I am currently keeping up the Who Ordered Coffee tradition.
Someone has
Don't worry,
to.
I'll carry it for the whole team. I'll do that.
Someone has
It
to.
is almost 9 p.m. Hanae's still drinking her third cup of coffee today. I might have had 4, but I fell asleep halfway through the day. So,
Oh
but
my
I am
gosh.
currently drinking an iced coffee that we brewed beforehand, and it's been in the fridge, so that's why it's nice and cold. Okay, what is one of the least favorite TV shows that you have watched? And I'll go first to let you guys think. At the moment, off the top of my head, my least favorite TV show is WandaVision.
Aww.
Listen, there was good things about it, but I don't think I'll go back and rewatch it. The theme music was great, but I just got kind of irritated by it by the end because it's like, can you stop playing the same thing?
Yeah.
That wasn't the point, though. I didn't enjoy the ending of it. I thought it had really good potential. I did enjoy some things of the show, but I just didn't enjoy the last few episodes. I was like, I kind of don't really like where you're going or like the writing. You know, it just wasn't my cup of coffee.
Yeah, cup of coffee. That's
Wasn't
right.
my favorite. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't for me.
Fair enough.
Jonathan,
Yes,
would
hello.
you like to share your opinion on your least favorite TV show?
Yeah, well, I'm going back to my list, and
Are you going to go with Boba Fett?
It wasn't on my list, but actually, now that you say that,
Ooh. Because I think you have watched it.
I have in fact watched this. What I was going to say was, I do have one here called Shadow and Bone. I just wasn't a fan, and I wasn't the biggest fan of this show. Like, the way they approached certain aspects was quite interesting. And I say that in a good way, and I say that like, oh, that's an interesting approach. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't watched the show, or if you are possibly interested, so I don't want to spoil it. Yes, I don't want to possibly spoil it.
Thank you.
I will say that I think the show had a really terrible pacing problem, is what I will say. Is that I think despite the fact that it had like 9 episodes or something, I think it needed more time to develop its ideas, because everything, the pacing was just so cutthroat. Nothing made sense. They just moved from one idea to the next without expanding on anything. And I just had to assume that the books, because I think it's based on books, I have to assume the books expanded on. Yeah, okay, there you go. Thank you, Saskia.
I think Saskia already knows.
I think Saskia, yeah.
Saskia can chime in.
Maybe Saskia could.
I can hear her thoughts
contest.
getting ready.
But yeah, I just felt like, I was like, there's just no way this is all there is to this explanation, because nothing makes sense. I can't care about any of these characters because I haven't gotten to know them well enough because the show is just too cutthroat with it.
Yeah.
It was just a problem, I think, with the execution. Because it was quite cool to see like certain kinds of like the main character is like, I think she's half, the actress I think is half Chinese. I could be wrong. There was some Asian representation on this show, which was quite cool. But I just couldn't get behind the show itself because it was just poorly executed. I just didn't end up having the greatest time watching it as much as I liked some of the ideas. So yes, a rather disappointing show. But I still watched it to the end, so it made the list. So it has that going for it. But there you go. So, Saskia, did you have something to say about that? Did you have thoughts about
that? Didn't have any of the thoughts that you had while I was watching the show. I thought it was really good.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's not like one of my favorites or anything, but I thought it was really interesting. I feel like sometimes in those kind of shows, it goes too slow.
Oh, like, interesting.
You don't need everything explained. It's a fantasy thing. It doesn't need to all make sense. Like, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not like it's a scientific, like, textbook. Like, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's a made-up thing with even more made-up stuff in it. It doesn't all need to make sense. And if you go and explain every little thing, it's going to get boring and be too slow-paced. Like, you know?
Okay. Fair enough.
It's
rather
it's literally like an action fantasy. Like, what were you expecting? Like...
I guess like because of the format of the TV show, I was somehow expecting there to be a little bit more world building, but there just kind of wasn't.
It's also like... I feel it's also kind
Jonathan
of like...
was expecting Lord of the Rings.
It's a teen thing as well. They're like teen books as well. Like, you know, it's not like it's not Jane Austen. Like, you know, it's not super deep. It's not like
I don't think Jonathan or I have read.
That's because you're uncultured.
Oh, excuse me? Says the person
I can
who
agree to that. I'll agree to that. Yeah, I can't even take offense to that because it's true.
I mean, I do call out Jonathan a little bit, and just for fun, but rude. Okay, I kind of love that. I could hear Saskia's like already disagreeing when Jonathan said Shadow and Bone. I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, you can hear the gears.
But,
she's like, I have
defending
opinions.
Shadow and Bone.
Hold it.
Yeah, we all have opinions.
We love it. Yeah, we love a discussion.
Saskia, behave. But
yeah, obstinate, headstrong girl here.
That's
a Pride and Prejudice quote, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. So Saskia.
Yes.
The question is now at you. What is your least favorite show at the moment, or a show that you've actually hated and you're like, this should never have been a thing?
Okay, I have a very specific show in mind. Chesapeake Shores.
Okay, Chesapeake Shore.
It is a soap opera, and it is like the worst thing ever. It's the acting is terrible. There's like basically no storyline, and I only got through 2 episodes. That's how bad it was.
Wow. Well, you heard it here, guys, that if Saskia can't get through 2 episodes, it's not worth it.
How long did this show run for? Let's see.
I think it's got like 7 seasons or something.
It has 5 seasons, apparently.
Yeah, there we go.
7 seasons too many.
5 seasons. 5 seasons too many. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No, it was just really bad. And I usually like that kind of really bad TV. Like, it's fun in a way, but it was just too bad. It was so bad and so sickly sweet that I couldn't watch it. Yeah.
So are you saying that you actually watch bad shows? So doesn't that mean that Shadow and Bone was a bad show if you watched it?
No, I'm saying I
think she's Saskia. Yeah, Saskia's saying that. Saskia's saying it was a good show.
I watch things like Sweet Magnolia, which is like a really sort of
but you said you watch bad things. So
yeah,
I'm like, does that mean Shadow and Bone was bad if it was? So maybe you don't watch good things.
No, because then you would be saying Jane the Virgin is bad, and I might have to murder you.
Well, don't murder me. So since you mentioned Jane the Virgin, I think I have a few trivia quizzes. I think I will go with 2, just depending on how much time we have.
Okay.
So we'll start with the Jane the Virgin quiz. With this quiz, I'm wondering if you guys want to buzz in like a game show. Let me open up
Okay.
The chat, and whoever can send. Let's pick what emoji.
Well, there's a thumbs up emoji.
What?
Yeah. So whoever sends the thumb up emoji to me, like whoever hits it first, because you have the answer.
Yeah.
So whoever chimes in first can answer, and if you get the answer wrong,
this is going to be such like a one-sided competition. Like I literally know nothing about this show other than it's about Jane and she's a virgin.
Well,
and then
guess what, Jonathan? We're going to also have another quiz. So you might. Okay. So I'll be trying to keep.
All right, I'm ready.
Hold on. Let me. I know you're ready. So I'm going to be trying to keep track of your points. So if the person who chimes in cannot answer, the other person has a go to answer. So with the Jane the Virgin, there's also multiple choices. Oh. So I can read them out, or if you just instantly know them, go for it. Okay, I'll read out the question first. And do you want me to read out the multiple choices answers, or do you?
I think we'll do this. If you know, put in the thumb. If both of us don't know, then we'll go for the multiple choice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you both don't know, maybe put like a
We can just say
silence.
We can just say. We can just say.
Don't know. Okay, you guys ready?
Yes.
When Jane was a young girl, what did she promise her abuela Alba? Saskia's in first. Okay, would you like to give me the answer?
That she would protect her virginity until marriage. So, like, she would save her
let's see if you're right. Did you just say a flower? Because that was actually part of the answer.
Yeah.
Yes, her abuela makes her crumple up a flower and asks her to make it look like new. And then she says that she can't. And then her abuela says that's what happens when you lose your virginity. And so she makes her promise not to have sex before she gets married.
You just said the whole correct... Like, they had a whole paragraph and you said it almost word for word.
Oh my gosh. Word for word.
That's why I went, like, oh my goodness, that was almost word for word.
Saskia's looking at the quiz.
You get 2 points for that. Yeah, she's already on the quiz.
Saskia wrote the quiz.
They have the recap. They have the recap at the beginning of the episodes, and it's been so many of the episodes. And I've seen all of the seasons the whole way through. I've seen the show 3 times.
Okay, so Jonathan, you're going to have a bit of a battle for this one. So don't worry, we'll do another show quiz, so you have some chance to redeem yourself. Some more points, or I'll just throw out points haphazardly.
You can already just assume that I've lost this one.
Jonathan, I'm sad to say you have no points.
I have no points.
Okay, second question. What is Jane's favorite food? Who's getting in first?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Is
it's grilled cheese.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go like pineapple.
No, what are you talking about? Obviously, it is grilled cheese.
I'm just offering my other random takes.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Jonathan, you need to go and binge the entire 5 seasons of Jane the Virgin.
That's my homework.
Jonathan has
my homework
once again.
Oh, the homework segment's back.
It's back. Jonathan's like, I asked you to get rid of that, Hene.
Hene has to go and binge watch it as well because she hasn't seen it either.
No. Damn it.
There you go. Saskia already being hosted. Fantastic.
Okay. You guys ready? Where did Jane and Michael first meet? Who's getting in first? It is Saskia. Where did they first meet?
I'm like trying to think.
They first met at her 21st birthday party.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's another point to Saskia. Jonathan, step it up. No, joking.
I'm trying.
Okay. How old was Xiomara when Jane was born? Who's getting in first? Ooh, Jonathan, this is your time. Jonathan! Saskia, you're up. Do you want me to read out the choices?
Should I just guess?
Or you want to just go for it?
I want to say 16.
Okay.
That's
We're
not
locking
right,
16 in. Oh my gosh, you're correct. It's 16. Okay, for the next one, Jonathan, you're going to have to go first. So, Saskia, you're going to have to wait a few seconds.
Oh, no.
Give him a bit of a running start. Okay, Jonathan. How many years passed between the time when Jane and Raphael kissed and the start of the series?
So
you
year?
Want me to read out the multiple choices?
Like 1 year?
So, okay.
Oh, sorry.
1 year is one of the choices.
All right.
So, I'll read them out. So 5 years, 3 years, 7 years, or 1.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with 1.
Pick 1 year if you want.
And then Saskia, you can can jump in as well. You can let Sass.
It's their first kiss, right? Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't actually say. I'm assuming.
Well, if it's their first kiss, then it's like 1 year. Yeah. Well, it's less than 1 year.
No, it says 5 years. You're both wrong.
Well, but their first kiss happens in the first season, so it's not talking about.
Okay, so wrong answer. It was the summer of 2010, and Jane was 19 years old when she and Raphael.
Oh yeah, so like the tennis one.
Okay.
What?
Are you ready?
Okay.
So, what is the name of Raphael's hotel? Who's getting in? Saskia. What is it?
It's the Marbella.
Oh, yes,
And
that does
you
ring
are
a bell.
Correct.
That does ring a bell.
Jonathan's like,
I'm like, okay, it's coming
totally.
back to me. Sort of.
okay, Jonathan.
Yeah, hi.
So, I'm going to, I don't know if you'll notice, I'm sorry, but I'm going to give this one to you again. So, Saskia, you have to wait for a sec. I won't just do this too often. I'm just trying to give him a bit of a running head start. Does Petra have any siblings?
Petra.
I love one of these.
Oh.
Petra. Sorry.
Yes.
Jonathan's in first.
She has a twin sister.
What's her name?
No. There's no name. Saskia can answer
I know her name.
Yeah, what's her name?
Aneska.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a point each because Jonathan got it right with the twin sister and you got the last bit of the thing.
How
which was
do you
the
know
name.
that you've only seen the first season?
No, I did. No, here's the thing. Here's what I've done. If you look back earlier in the chat, so I actually said I've seen the first season and I know how it ends.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
So I've like flicked
you're
through.
doing like a Jane where you like read the back of the book before you read the book.
I've like flicked through the show. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Just like the more you find out, the worse it gets.
All right.
Okay, you guys ready? Let's speed through this. We're going to go faster now.
Yeah.
How long does Aneska keep Petra paralyzed?
Oh my gosh, what?
Who's getting in first?
Just whoever can say it first.
Getting in first.
Is this a multiple choice one?
Yes. I'll read out choices and who you guys can guess. 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years. So whichever feels good for you guys.
6
you guys
months?
can answer.
6 months?
Yeah, and what are you putting in, Saskia?
I can't remember. A year?
Unfortunately, you're both wrong. It's 3 months.
Okay.
That seems more likely. Yeah.
Before Raphael, who was Petra engaged to?
What? She was engaged to somebody else?
You want?
Do you want me to... Yes.
Saskia's in. Who is it?
Lachlan.
Lachlan is correct.
Damn.
Who did Jane pretend to marry when she was a kid? Like what?
Is she?
Saskia's in.
What's her mum?
Okay. Yep, you're right.
That's funny.
I honestly thought it would have been the imaginary friend, but no.
No.
That's fair. If Jane had won a default judgment against Louisa, what would have happened as a result? Saskia's in.
Raphael would have lost the hotel.
You're correct.
Damn.
Okay, we'll do 4 more questions because there's 50 of them and I don't want to go for all of them because I want to do other things. Okay, Elba immigrated to the US from what country? Who's in first? It's Saskia.
From Venezuela.
You are correct. Where was Jane when she learned that Rogelio is her father?
Rogelio.
I haven't pronounced. I haven't heard the show.
Oh yes, I know this one. So she was in the wedding dress shop trying on wedding dresses.
Okay, I'm going to put it's bridal shop, so I'll put, yep, bridal shop is correct. 2 more questions.
I do remember the dad character being quite funny. I did like him.
He's hilarious.
This is a season 1 thing, Jonathan. You might be able to get it, so get ready. When Louisa went missing in season 1, where did she go?
What?
Who's getting in first?
Who even is Louisa? It's just, is that the...
She's his sister!
I thought you saw season 1.
She's Raphael's sister! You clearly have not been paying attention. How dare you?
I'm so confused.
So, do you guys want me to read out the answers?
Rewatch season 1 and then the rest of the show. Oh my god, where was she?
Do you need me to read out some of the answers?
Sure.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce one of the words, by the way. So we'll get there when we get there. She was bar hopping across Florida. She was backpacking across Europe. She was in Australia doing a walkabout, and this is the one that's going to be interesting. She was in Peru on a Ayahuasca retreat.
Ayahuasca?
Yes, that's it.
It's that retreat. One. It's the last one.
It's the one I couldn't say.
Yeah.
And you are correct. Was that the second last question or the last question? I can't remember.
I don't know.
That's the second last. Last question of Jane the Virgin. Why did Elba seemingly overreact to, I'm hoping her mum's name is Zhao? XO? Zoe, thank you. Why did Elba seemingly overreact to Zoe getting a parking ticket? That's in.
Because she's undocumented, and so the police and the law scare her because she doesn't want to be deported back to Venezuela.
Okay, you are correct. That's amazing. I can send you the rest of this quiz later if you like, or I'll put it up in the show notes. Because this is a long quiz. It didn't tell me how many questions there were, and I'm pretty sure there's like 50, and we're not even halfway through them. So we'll stop there with the Jane the Virgin quiz. Well done, Saskia. I don't know how many points you have, but there is a lot.
Clap, clap, clap.
Clap, 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 clap. All around. Okay. Coming back to TVs, besides Jane the Virgin,
Please.
I'm going to go with some of my questions. What is a binge-worthy show, and why?
Ooh. Does our guest have a hot take?
Aside from Jane the Virgin, I would say
It should be like Jane the Virgin.
Yeah.
Jane the Virgin.
So Never Have I Ever or Heartstopper.
Interesting. And why is that?
They're both,
are they long shows?
No, they're both really short.
Okay, that would help.
So Heartstopper's only
starter.
one season. It's got 8 episodes and each are half an hour.
Yep,
hence why I watched it 4 times in 1 week. And then Never Have I Ever is currently 2 seasons, and each season has 10 episodes, which are half an hour.
Okay, yeah, that would make that would make a fairly easily binge-worthy.
And they're both just like really fun as well.
Yeah,
fun teen shows. So they're kind of mostly lighthearted and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that would work quite well then.
What you're saying for a lot of people who haven't dedicated their life to binge watching, these are some good shows to start with because they're not intensely long. They're not 100 seasons. And they sound adorable and heartwarming.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very sweet.
Jonathan.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, so same
In your
question,
opinion, binge-worthy shows. Tell me.
Yes, binge-worthy show. I would recommend, for similar reasons, about length of episode. It just escaped me. I was like, wait, what's that? Stranger Things. Stranger Things. That's what I was going to recommend. Oh my gosh, how did I forget that?
Okay.
Yes, because of the way it's structured, it's a fairly short season. They have 3 seasons, but the episodes are longer. They are 15-minute, like 40, almost 50-minute episodes each.
Yeah, I was going to say...
They are, yes, they are longer episodes, but I would still recommend this as a binge-worthy show because of how it's structured story-wise, because the creators of the show, they wanted to group episodes like it was the acts of a movie. So the first few episodes, like episodes 1 through 3 is the first act, the middle 3 is the middle act, and the last 3 is the ending. The way they created the show was they had the presentation in mind, and it's designed to be binged almost. And
I mean, isn't like every Netflix show like that?
Yeah, but exactly though. But like, because it is also quite short, like short compared to other shows, but it's longer than your average movie. But it is structured like a movie, which is supposed to be watched in one sitting. So it's almost like it's definitely has the whole binge in mind. But then Netflix's whole business is focused around binging. So you make a good point. So as long as it's on Netflix, basically you can binge it. So, but I would put down
Chesapeake Shores.
Yeah, but like obviously I wouldn't recommend stuff like The Office, because that's just such a long show. I mean, you could obviously...
I wasted half my life.
I mean, you could easily... I mean, sure, you could if you had a lot of time to spare, just, let it just keep rolling, I suppose. But yeah, like Stranger Things I would recommend because like it's not a super long show. Like you would finish the show eventually, like fairly quickly. So I would, similarly, I'd just recommend that just because of the length of the show.
Nice.
Stranger Things. Check it out if you haven't.
Love all those suggestions. Very opposite. So we've got some rom-com, then some sci-fi, almost thriller type of vibe. So I'm going to go in a little bit opposite direction. Yeah. I kind of have 2 that I loved binge watching and I probably watch again. Dirk Gently, Holistic Detective Agency. So the universe somehow directs him to where he's meant to be, but it doesn't tell him. So he never actually has the answer, but he has to find the answer. It's kind of confusing, but once you watch a bit of the show, you start to get, oh, that's kind of what it means.
Okay.
There's a lot of different little stories going in this one. he is. It's Baggins. He's even more grumpier in this one, which is hilarious. So Dirk Gently is very bubbly, energetic, wholesome soul, and Elijah Wood's like, why am I here? It's really great. They're like the partners of the show, so that, you know, somehow Elijah Wood gets roped in to help him save the universe a few times.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. So I highly recommend that. I don't want to get too deep in the show because you have to watch it to actually fully understand it. I don't want to go into it because then I have to start answering things that aren't answered till later. And the last one is a bit of a gory animation, is Final Space. Ooh. It is great. It is heart-wrenching. The storyline's amazing. Really good characters and character development, and the music, I think, was really good from memory. I haven't seen it for a while. For an animated cartoon, I was like, the first few scenes, I was like, why is there so much blood? Was my first like thought, because I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, this is not children appropriate. That is why. But I really enjoyed it. It was good watch, and I can't wait to watch the last season.
I've seen posters of this before. So like sometimes when you scroll through Netflix, you see like, can you describe them as posters? I just call them posters. You know what I'm talking about.
Banner poster
the little banners, I've seen this one before. So I was like, this title does sound familiar.
Yeah, I loved it, and I can't wait to watch the last season. So with that, what is a show that you would love to see in the future? It could be based on a book or something you just want to see in media.
Is this exclusively about shows that don't exist yet? Or like things that you're looking forward to? So it could be a show, like an idea that you saw off a show and you're like, I want more of this. Or maybe, for example, you could be like, I read this book as a kid and I really would think it should be a TV show adaptation because it would be really good to see it. Something like that. Yeah.
For example, I know that one of our good friends had showed me a book of Pride and Prejudice Guinea Pigs edition.
Oh my God.
And I think that's...
yes. The guinea pigs have made it onto the show. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did it. I did it with Saskia. Was here. She said, don't you dare, and I did. I'm going to give myself a point for that. I'm really proud that I snuck that in. No one saw it coming.
Oh my gosh.
So I would personally love to see that as a show. I think that'd be very adorable. Like,
just
people wouldn't want to see. Maybe it would be so cute. Like them in little costumes, not like...
Oh my God.
Hurting the guinea pigs, obviously. No animals were harmed.
I think it'd make like a great hand-drawn sort of animated TV show.
Right.
Like with that picture book-esque style, I think it'd be very cute.
I think it would be lovely.
Yeah.
Like a little hand-drawn animation, like Angelina Ballerina. Like that.
That's what I was thinking of. I was like, it could be like that.
That is a beautiful... Netflix, make this happen.
Make this
Oh, I just...
Saskia's just dying on the inside.
That would be awesome. Yeah, Saskia's like, I'm going to kill you, Hene. How dare you? That was the one thing I told you not to bring up, which is great. So I brought up both things that she told me not to bring up, which was Lord of the Rings and Guinea Pig Pride and Prejudice. You're welcome. So I definitely deserve a point. But I hope that gets the ball rolling on what a show you would like to see in the future that has or has not been made. Or it can even be an idea.
Well, I too would like to see this guinea pig show, but I do have other thoughts. I'm not going to piggyback.
I'm glad that you agree with that. I'm going to give you... Wait, I'm going to give you a point, Jonathan, for liking my guinea pig. But do tell us what you would love to see.
I would like to see a show that's kind of like Pikmin in design. So if you don't know what Pikmin is, I've never actually played the games before, but I have seen like imagery of Pikmin before, and it's like, oh, that's just really wholesome and nice. They're like these little, can you call them insects? They're like mildly humanoid little aliens on this really cute, like, and they're very small, and they're just on this little grassy planet. Maybe I really don't know enough about this game.
I remember. It's
a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I know what that is.
I don't know enough about this game to be able to describe it properly, but I just have seen imagery of it. And I was like, oh, it's really cute. You know, it's just these little guys, and they're really tiny and seemingly just inhabit like this sort of this garden. I think it'd be quite cute to have a show which has no humans at all. And I'm sure there are shows out there.
Ooh, nice.
I'm sure a show like this exists, but I think it'd be quite interesting, to see something like an animated show that has no human presence whatsoever. And I'm sure you could do some really cool visually, some creative things, and you could still make it relatable because, you know, you just have little societies. You can tackle societal kind of stories and that kind of stuff. Just because it's just the community of these little aliens. I'm going off the Pikmin thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but this idea of like no people at all. yeah, I don't know. That's a very sort of surface level answer there because I hadn't had.
No, I love
that's
it.
all I could think of in the short amount of time.
Yeah, I gave you no warning whatsoever.
But yeah, a show without any people. I just wonder what that'd be like. I don't know if it'd be any good.
Yeah,
you know, it might not be great, but yeah, it'd be interesting. I think
it's gonna be perfect. What are you talking about? I love that. So Saskia, have you had time to think of?
Oh wow!
Do you want to watch the Pride and Prejudice Guinea Pigs edition by hand drawn in the style
I do not.
Angelina Ballerina.
No,
you're losing a point.
How dare you?
No, you're losing.
Look, the book already exists. Surely.
I dare. I'm the host.
The TV adaptation. It has to happen.
I'm the host. Anything goes.
How is it gonna work though? Like,
how would it not work? Is my question.
How is it not gonna work?
It would just be Pride and Prejudice.
It would have to be a short. It would have to be a short, otherwise it wouldn't work.
I suppose
you
could do that. Yeah, it could be like an abridged.
Because the book thing is an abridged version of Pride and Prejudice, so it would have to be a short.
No, it'd be like a little short film. Yeah,
it wouldn't work as a TV series.
That's fair. It'd be a short film then.
Yeah, it could be like
very minuscule little.
Yeah, like a 3 or 4 minute film or something. It could be that, but. It couldn't be a TV series.
I'm not changing my answer though.
Okay, that's all right. Whatever.
It doesn't have to be serious, but
Saskia is still winning in a landslide, so it makes no difference. You take 1 grain from that mountain, it does nothing.
Oh no, it legit makes it. Before we get to the end, we will be doing another little quiz, and we'll do this after Saskia tells us about her dream future show.
Oh great!
Which is sadly not guinea pigs. No, I'm joking. What's a show that you think, I'd love to see this. This should be a thing. Or like maybe it's a book you read that you're like, why isn't this on Netflix or something like that?
Well, I read this book ages ago called The Night Circus, and it's like about magic and stuff, and there's just all this like great imagery, so I feel like that would be pretty good as a TV series. It was also just a good book. It was well written. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I did put you in the spot, and if you do think of something later on, I'm
excited for season 3 of Never Have I Ever, which is coming out later this year.
Okay.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Okay, so before we get into our game segment, we're going to do a quick segment. Doesn't make any sense, but we are working with new segment, as you know, in season 2 called Little Fun Things. I'm going to put the spotlight on Jonathan.
All right.
Do you have a fun little thing to share with us today?
A fun little thing. Well, I did. It's not exactly, I wouldn't classify it necessarily as a fun thing, but I guess, it's mildly fun. You guys can be the judge of this. I was meeting up with a director of a theatre just in the last few days. And the cafe I went into that he organized this meeting was quite interesting. Like, it was a designer store. Well, not designer store. It was like I think what it was an interior design store, but also a cafe at the same time, which is rather interesting, rather bizarre, but he was like, that's kind of fun, called Arrival Hall on Albertine Street in Northbridge. I don't know if anyone knows that, but it was a rather interesting place. So like you would be, seated to have, you could sit down and have your coffee, buy a coffee, and then just like the decorations that you could see were all available for purchase. So you could literally buy the decorations that you could see, which is rather bizarre. But yeah, that was my fun little thing for the week. So there you go.
Amazing. I'm still trying to think of a fun little thing. Sorry. That was still a fun thing, and I really appreciate the lovely new coffee spot that we may or may not try out.
Yeah,
if we have time, because we're still finishing up this semester's work. I guess a fun thing I have is that instead of doing my lit review, I spent the weekend playing Mario Odyssey.
Ooh. Yes, a good sacrifice, I think.
Yeah, so my master's topic is studying horror video games. Right. Is this a horror video game?
Absolutely.
No, but it's a video game. So I think I, crossed 2 out of 3 of those boxes. Video, yep, game, absolutely. Update on Animal Crossing. I still haven't found the tower. Still not salty. But that's my little fun thing for this week. Will I get my lit review in time? I hope so. Saskia, do you have any fun little things to share with us? You don't sound more excited. I'll take another point off.
How dare you? I'm trying to think of fun things that happened.
Okay,
Nothing ever happens to me.
It's because I haven't hung out with you in a while.
Yeah, I know, right? How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Well, there were a bunch of Carnaby's cockatoos that came and sat in one of our trees this week. Yeah.
That's right.
There were like 6 of them or something, and they're my favourite bird, so that was really cool.
That is fun.
They had the little yellow feathers, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure which type. Yeah, they might have been the yellow ones.
Yeah,
like my particular favourite is the ones with the red tail feathers, but I love all of them. Oh yeah, and I bought like 3 books last week.
Of course. The
books. Yeah. Worth it?
Yeah, I'm like halfway through one of them.
Oh, how about that?
You know what? Since Saskia is such a good reader, we'll give her a point.
Oh, easily, yes, thanks. Of course.
Oh yes,
you're welcome. Look at that.
Oh dear.
So we're going on to our second game segment for Jonathan to see if he can get some more points. So it's not on Jane the Virgin anymore, but it's on Netflix shows.
Netflix shows? Okay.
Netflix and the shows on it.
Just general knowledge?
No.
How the business model works?
There are TV shows. The TV show questions as well, don't stress. It's just the first one. There's one that's not a
like TV history of Netflix, probably. It'll be like, when was Netflix established?
That will be. Like. So there are 30 questions. Let's see if we can do a bit of a speed round. So there are multiple choices. So I will read out all these choices for you.
Okay,
let's have a go. Number 1, which of the following popular TV shows is not streamed on Netflix? Is it Stranger Things, Game of Thrones, or Money Heist? Oh, Jonathan got in first.
Game of Thrones.
Yep, you're right. 2, the popular series Squid Games was produced in which country? Japan, China, or South Korea? Saskia is in first.
It's South Korea.
You are correct. Okay, history question. When was Netflix founded? So this is probably going to be dead easy. 1990, 1997, or 2005? Who's in first? It is Jonathan. What's your answer?
1997.
You are correct. I actually wouldn't have guessed that, honestly. I was going to guess 2005.
Yeah, me too.
Nice. Saskia gets a point for twin brain.
I mean, yeah, you may as well. This stupid song.
No, I'm going to go chaotic. So if you even give me fun answers, I might even give you a point for that.
Amazing.
Okay, in the Netflix series Money Heist, the main characters are named after what? Cities, flowers, or famous people? Who is getting in? No one's putting in. It's Saskia first.
I'm going to guess cities.
You are correct.
Cool. I have never seen that show before.
I haven't either. I didn't even know that was a show.
I've heard
number
of it.
5.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
You know what? You both get a point for hearing of the show because I haven't heard of it.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, the Cecil Hotel in Netflix documentary is located in which city? Los Angeles, London, or Paris? Oh, Saskia got.
I'm just guessing. I have no idea.
Oh.
Go, guess.
Let's say Los Angeles.
Yes, you're correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Saskia will get this instantly, but I would love to see if Jonathan knows the answer. So if you don't mind, Saskia. I know you know this. So I'll probably give you the point anyway, but I want to hear Jonathan's answer.
Okay.
In the Netflix series Bridgerton, who was the eldest sibling in the Bridgerton family? Is it Gregory, Anthony, or Benedict? Now, I know Saskia already is screaming at me what it is.
She's like, spam the button.
I know she knows the answer, but I want to hear Jonathan's answer because I just want to see.
It's literally just
a
flip a coin, honestly. What were the names again?
Gregory, Anthony, or Benedict?
Gee. None of these.
You know
names...
what they could have done? They could have put Anthony in A and then Benedict in B and then Gregory because then they would have lined up so nicely. So yeah, I know you know the answer.
I know the answer. Oh my god.
Is it Gregory? Just a guess.
No, it's Anthony.
Okay.
Because the name's in alphabetical order.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How did you not know that? There are 8 siblings and they're named in alphabetical order. So there's
Saskia, you know I haven't seen it.
Anthony, Benedict, and then
what's the rest?
Starts with C.
Wait,
I'm gonna see if
I have to like, I can't do the alphabet, apparently.
No, I want to know what the rest is. You might get an extra point.
Okay, wait.
No, looking it up.
Colin, and then
B.
Daphne, and then Eloise, and then Francesca, and then Gregory.
And?
What?
Yeah, because you said 8.
There's one more.
Did I miss one?
Because you said there was 8.
There's the last one.
Did I do it?
There's a
Hyacinth, yeah. Hyacinth.
There you go.
It's Hyacinth. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, I'm like, Saskia missing a sibling.
I know.
You get an extra point for knowing the siblings.
I just don't know my alphabet, apparently.
Okay, carrying on. The first 2 seasons of the series Narcos tells the story of Pablo Escobar. Who is he? So you guys can guess for this. So,
yeah, can you give us the multiple choice?
Yeah, a bank robber, a spy, or a drug lord. So who wants to guess first? Jonathan's guessing first.
A spy?
Nope.
A drug lord?
Yeah.
Because it's called Narcos.
Oh, you know what? That would make a lot of sense. Narcotics. Yeah. Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
No, maybe they're
I was like-
maybe they're an undercover person dealing with drugs. You know, you never know. That could be a spy.
What is the current color on the logo of Netflix? Is it blue, red, or white? Saskia got on first.
It's red.
Obviously, yeah. I just couldn't press fast.
What it was Netflix initially called before its name was changed to Netflix? Was it Kibble, Nibble, or Tibble? Wow, these names are terrible.
What?
Dibble.
I think Saskia got him first, but I honestly can't tell because there's so much Saskia in that chat.
Oh, yeah, no, Saskia got it first. Yeah, I haven't voted. I haven't even put a thumbs up.
I'm going to guess Nibble.
No.
No? Okay.
What
yeah,
was the first?
good guess,
Can I? What was the first one?
So, Kibble, Nibble, or Tibble. I hate all of these.
I know.
I'm not going to lie. Tibble reminds me of Tybalt from Pinocchio. He's
Yeah,
like,
Tybalt.
"Goodbye, Geppetto."
yeah. Can we? Let's do that. Let's go with that. Is it Tibble?
Sorry, it's not. It's sadly
okay.
Kibble. I mean, I
That's
hate
weird.
all of them, and
That's
I'm glad
so
they
weird.
changed it.
Maybe it's a good thing they changed it to Netflix.
It's definitely a good thing they changed it.
Okay. You guys get a point for agreeing with both of that. For the answer's no. Okay. The series Stranger Things is set in which fictional town? Hawkins, Mirkwood, or Kamchatka? Jonathan going first.
What was the last one?
I don't want to talk about it.
It's Hawkins. It's Hawkins.
Yeah, it is Hawkins.
Mirkwood's is from Lord of the Rings, obviously. But what was the last one?
I'll try again. Kamchatka.
What?
I'll show you the spelling. I probably okay. I'm sorry. There you go.
Oh, Kamchatka. Yeah, I mean, yes, I'd probably butcher it just as well. Yeah, Kamchatka.
I think I said it as best as I could. I'm
Fair
sorry.
enough.
Kamchatka?
Yeah,
Okay.
where is that?
Which of the following, guys ready?
Yeah.
Which of the following plot twists occurs at the end of the thriller series Behind Her Eyes?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can guess,
Eyes.
and I'll tell you not the answer, but the multiple answers. So, Adele murdered David, whoever they are. Rob and David had an affair, whoever they are. And Adele is actually Rob. Oh.
What?
I love all.
Oh my god, this sounds amazing.
Right? So I'll read them out one more time. Adele murdered David, or Rob and David had an affair, or Adele is actually Rob. So who wants to go first in guessing? Because I don't know. Saskia can go.
Let's say Adele is actually Rob.
That was my favorite answer, and it's actually correct. I was like, I hope that's the answer, and I clicked and I was like, thank goodness.
Nice.
In 2021, which kind of reality show featured Paris Hilton was released on Netflix? Was it a traveling show, a cooking show, or a fashion show? Who's gonna come in first? Jonathan!
A cooking show? Is it
You
guess?
are correct.
Oh, okay.
No, you're correct. You're correct.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
Wild guess.
It was a good wild guess. Dark, released on the 1st of December 2017, is Netflix's first original series in which language? Is it Spanish, German, or Swedish? Saskia got him first. What are you going to guess? So the answers were either Spanish, German, or Swedish.
Swedish?
No. Jonathan, would you like to go? Give it a guess?
German?
Yes, it is.
Aha! 50-50 chance.
Would we know? Probably not. Yeah, I was like, Spanish or German? Which one haven't I guessed in a while? Oh, fill in the blank to complete the name of this Netflix movie. The blank booth. So is it A, loving, B, kissing, or C, hugging?
Mm-hmm.
So, who got in first? I think it's Saskia.
Yeah, Saskia.
I think Saskia got in first.
It's the kissing booth.
It is, and oh my gosh, I wish I would stop making movies. Okay, so the animated series Arcane is based on the world and characters of which popular game? The Age of... Oh, Jonathan's already in.
League of Legends.
Yeah, you got it. Nice. I also knew that as well. What is the name of the virtual assistant in the dating show Too Hot to Handle? So is it either Lana, Anna, or Emmy? Wow, I hate all of them. Why isn't it Remy, like from Ratatouille?
Remy.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Right? I should make some Netflix shows. Okay, who wants to guess?
Can you read them again?
Lana, Anna, or Emmy? So I like to put in my fourth option, which is Remy.
Remy.
Saskia, you got in first?
Lana?
Yeah, it's Lana.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Saskia's killing it, by the way.
Yes, she is.
In season 3 of the series You, which of the following character died first? Was it Natalie, Jill, or Ryan? Who's going?
Oh, this is spoilers. I've only seen the first season.
Oh.
Maybe we should skip the question then.
Okay, we're skipping the question for no spoilers.
Although we have done like a few questions that had some spoilers.
Oh yeah, but I think when Saskia said that, she is currently watching it, and she probably was like, no.
I watched season 1 and then I was like, whoa, what just happened?
So are you gonna go finish it?
Yeah.
not yet?
I have no idea. Maybe.
Okay, so we'll leave that.
Okay,
Because,
so if
just in case you're like,
if you
I
intend to
want to
watch
watch
the
it.
show, then just like fast forward 30 seconds or something.
Oh, are we going to do the question?
This is for the audience. Yeah, this is for the audience. So
Okay.
if the spoilers ahead.
Yeah. So pick either Natalie, Jill, or Ryan. Unless you already know the answer. Who's getting in first?
I think Saskia did.
This
Did
is
she not?
No, that's
Oh, is that from before?
that's from the
Okay.
previous.
No, now she
Saskia
is.
still got in
She-
first.
Let's say Natalie.
You are correct. Okay, listener,
Oh.
you can come back. Yeah, I could totally hear that. Which movie genre is the series Rick and Morty? A rom-com, a thriller, or a sci-fi? Saskia got in. Oh my gosh, you all got in. No, wait. You got in.
I pressed it twice
You
because I
did.
didn't see it come in. I thought it didn't come up.
No,
It's
I was like,
sci-fi,
Saskia,
right?
Jonathan, Saskia. I was like, wait, did I see that? Okay, Saskia, go first. What's your answer?
Sci-fi, right?
Yeah, it's sci-fi. Maybe the buzzing one's not working, or maybe, I don't know. The 2018 Netflix comedy The Holiday Calendar features which holiday? Is it Easter, Christmas, or Thanksgiving? Who's getting in first, Saskia?
It's Christmas.
It is Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie. Yeah.
You want to sing a Christmas song for us?
What?
Like, no. Like, what's your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song?
For example, I think mine is Carol of the Bells at the moment because it's nice and dark and it doesn't get played that often in shops.
Fiona Guys did a really cool cello cover.
You
of
can
it.
download our whole album in 2023 a cappella singing some Christmas songs. Yeah, do you guys have a favorite Christmas song?
Mm.
You might get a point for this.
Oh,
Your answer.
I don't know
Oh,
that
okay.
many Christmas songs. I mean, I know Jingle Bells.
Are we talking
Uh,
about like carols or like Christmas songs?
Any of those, both. Also, Jonathan, don't you dare sing Jingle Bells again.
What's that? What's the Spider-Man special?
I'm
the
gonna go.
Christmas
All
special?
I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah, I'll take
the
it.
Mariah Carey song.
Yeah, I'll give you a point for that. Jonathan, name a Christmas song that's not Jingle
I
Bells.
can't name one, but there's in the Spider-Verse apparently one of they reference like a Christmas special, some sort of song. It's like Spider-Man themed. Whatever that is, I want that.
Oh, yes, I remember. I'm going to send that to you later. You get a point for that because I love that. Okay, going back to the quiz. We are finishing the quiz there because one, it's actually taking a long time to get through quizzes because I have to speak and say all the answers. So we'll just finish up with one last question while I add up your points or maybe add some more random points of funsies. But What is your favorite genre of TV shows and why? Saskia, I know you have a few favorites, so pick maybe 2.
Or 2 again.
You should finish the episode soon.
Probably like rom-com.
There it is.
Rom-com, yeah, we love a good rom-com, yes.
Yeah, it's not Saskia, she doesn't like rom-com.
I almost exclusively watch rom-coms. It's really bad.
Bad, but amazing.
No shame in that.
I and just like comedy or like murder mystery. I don't know, but like
amazing.
Okay.
But anything, basically anything that has a strong female lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do love that.
We love that. Yeah, that is very cool. Any particular shows that you would
recommend that has a strong
that come to mind when
female lead?
Jane the Virgin.
Besides Jane the Virgin,
yeah, and that's also a rom-com too.
Yeah, it's like
true.
the perfect show.
You've heard it here. Saskia's TV shows reviews. The perfect show to watch is Jane the Virgin. Yeah, I think one of my favorite genres of TV shows. Fantasy, because you know I love fantasy. It's a good time. You can't go wrong. Well, you can go wrong, but don't go wrong with fantasy when you make. I love like fantasy creatures, mythological like tales that they've been inspired by, and they bring it into like a different show, or like you know they just present it in a different way, and then you're like, oh, this is really cool. I want to see what your opinion is on that.
Yeah, I mean, any particular show?
So, do you guys remember? I don't know if you ever watched this show, but there was a movie called The Dark Crystal.
Ooh,
and
I've heard of this.
Gave me nightmares because one, it was puppets.
Yeah.
And puppets do scare me, but I've gotten over half of the puppet fear. Not all of it. We're not going to get into that. We might have another nightmares topic where I can talk about puppets and which ones actually are terrifying.
Amazing.
These ones were. Not going to lie. So Netflix came out with a series. It was 1 season. I think it was 9 episodes, but they were all like an hour, maybe an hour and a half long. And I watched it all in a day, and I thought it was incredible. Like, this is fancy puppets, and the way, and they also included a bit of CGI, minimalistic CGI, and it was done amazingly well. I loved it. So they didn't get rid of the puppet act, like the feel, because you can definitely tell by the way they walk, the way the arm movements and the facial expressions are. But there was still something so charming about it and just so mystical. I'm like, this is really cool. I've grown to love this and appreciate this, you know, this type of art form of puppeteering. Not all of them.
It's like a fascinating show, yeah.
I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. It was great. Oh, and the soundtrack's pretty good too.
Oh,
I enjoyed it. And there's just so many good things, but I can't talk about it because the show is getting a little bit long this episode. So it might be another episode where I talk a little bit more about
Crystal.
What was it called? The Dark Crystal. I was like, what was it called? The thing I was just talking about. It was great.
Oh gosh.
Jonathan. What was
the genre, I would say my go-to genre would have to be like
just like puppeteering.
No, puppeteering. Oh yeah, just probably like just sort of sci-fi action, sci-fi fantasy, like Star Wars basically.
Oh yeah. I grew up with a lot of sci-fi as well.
Yeah, just like sci-fi or you know, Lord of the Rings. You can't go wrong. Check out our 3rd episode.
Where we geek out, and we may be doing some more Lord of the Ring episodes because Elliot's not here and he can't say that we can't do it.
Hi, Elliot.
Saskia's like nervous laughed, and she's like, "Do not invite me when you're doing this." So, with our episode coming to a wrap, I'm going to tell us our points. So, Hene's coming in last with 2 points. Not too bad. Jonathan, you got a solid 14. That's pretty good. It was hard to jump in with Saskia knowing everything.
It's more than I expected I'd get. Honestly, yeah.
Saskia kind of blew it out of the water. She got 31 points.
Oh, wow.
So, Saskia,
oh, my God.
I have great news for you. Since you won, you have the wonderful opportunity to come back next time and be our guest host.
That's assuming if you want to. If you want to.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
I'll indoctrinate you with rom-coms. It'll be great.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, we've already got a spoiler, guys. So tune in next week or next time when we have Saskia on. She'll be doing our guest hosting.
That's incredible. I'm so excited for this. I am actually so keen.
I am too. I love that we have guest hosts now. They win.
This is assuming that we haven't just deterred Saskia from all our chaos.
Oh yeah, she's like making a list. Don't go back onto who ordered coffee. It's a bit of a mess. Not gonna lie.
I mean, my favorite episode was the Taylor Swift episode that Adrian hosted, so you know.
Yes, and I have said on our messages that we should, in the future, have Saskia and Adrian on at the same time because they're actually huge Taylor Swift fans. So I'd love to see them battle it out or join forces and nerd out completely.
Oh my gosh, we need to have a dedicated episode that's like bringing back all the guest hosts, and then this one, but this one will be I mean.
That could be our season finale.
Yes, bring back Adrian. Yeah.
Yes, bring back Adrian. Bring back Saskia. Okay, so with that set hopefully in stone, we look forward to seeing you again, Saskia, so soon. Thank you so much for joining us in today's episode.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for giving all your wonderful answers and sharing your favorite TV shows with me. It's been fun. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Listening, sorry, not watching. This is a podcast. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.